This is Saturday Morning Mysteries.
And we're your hosts, Alexis and Grace. Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Mysteries, where we're your hosts. I'm Alexis.
I'm Grace.
And Grace today continues our wild, wacky, dangerous, and thrilling adventures. Super dangerous, emphasis on the dangerous adventures / field trips on the Magic School Bus. We're rolling through. We're riding again. I feel like we've made that reference every
it's
episode.
So funny.
But it's, I know, like
the fact that they called it that as like the later iteration of the Magic School Bus rides again is just such a funny, like aggressive name.
That shit was made by millennials.
Yeah.
Who like just finished watching the Fast and the Furious. And we're like, oh wait, we can
ride again.
We can resurrect Miss Frizzle. We can ride again. I also think that it's like it might be
it's her like cousin
CGI animation.
CGI.
Too.
Well, and in like the most recent one, it's like Miss Frizzle isn't the teacher anymore. She's like a professor now, and there's like her little cousin or sister or some shit like that.
Fair.
I looked into it for 0.01 seconds, so that could be wrong, but I saw something like that, and it offended me so much that I was like, I'm not gonna look into this more.
Lame. Yeah. No, I do like the idea of her being like a college professor because I'm pretty sure she has her PhD already. She just chooses to teach fourth graders.
Yes, so, precisely.
Yes,
and we're all better for it.
Yes.
So yes, today I'm on my second to last episode. As Alexis mentioned at the end of our last episode, we're extending the Magic School Bus arc to be 10 episodes instead of our usual 8. And that's because it'll bring us right up until our holiday arc, which if you're new to this show, starting in October, we do a 3-month holiday arc because there's so many fun cartoons that cover different seasons and holidays.
Christmas,
once the fall hits.
Halloween. Not enough Thanksgiving, I will once again say.
Hint.
Fall.
But could be Thanksgiving if people tried harder.
You know, maybe, Grace, if we want more Thanksgiving-themed cartoons, we're just going to have to make one ourselves. What if we made a cartoon that was only Thanksgiving-themed? Like every episode?
You're welcome.
I haven't seen one yet. Yeah, we'd be groundbreaking as far as I'm concerned.
Someone call us.
We'll call it Thanksgivingville.
Thanksgiving. Perfect. And the way we'll animate it will be our hand-drawn turkeys. Like Trace
those are the main characters. All right, well, hold up. Once people watch this,
it's like the paper bag like cutout of them with like little feathers taped on. Like, and we just like move them across, like stop animation.
Like South Park style. Yeah. Yeah. With like cardboard dioramas or whatever as the backdrops. Or they're like puppets even, maybe.
Yeah, like on a popsicle stick.
Well, anyways, if you would watch this, compel us to create a Patreon to fund this endeavor.
Exactly.
Anyways.
But until we're inspired and funded by you all for that, I will be covering...
By viewers like you.
Viewers like you. To fund viewers like us. Thank you. Yeah. Today... I will be covering Season 2, Episode 12 of the Magic School Bus, entitled Cold Feet.
Nice.
So we start off with Phoebe, who's our perpetually new kid in the classroom, and as I previously mentioned, our animal lover. And she is sprinting to make it to school on time. She's nearly knocking Carlos, who is running late apparently too, off of his skateboard on her way. And she's mainly running, maybe because she's running late, but also she seems filled with anxiety right now because it is the Friday before a very important weekend for her. It is Phoebe's weekend to take Liz home. When you take the little class pets home, she's got Liz this weekend.
Get the fuck out of my way. I gotta get to school.
No word on the class hamster that we discovered a couple weeks ago in episodes, but Liz... coming home
by the way, no
updates on Hammy the hamster, but
Hammy. Yep, that's his name.
Liz the lizard.
As of now,
Hammy the hamster. It only makes sense.
You know, it only makes sense. Exactly. Wow.
But she is so excited, very anxious. It's a lot of pressure, especially she's the new kid. She can't fuck this up.
Oh, sure.
So, yes, she's running. She's so excited and anxious. She's got to get everything ready to go to take Liz home. But as she runs into the classroom, she finds kind of the worst case scenario. Not only has the classroom been metaphorically turned upside down, which I say metaphorically because in this class, you never know. It could have
Anything's
literally been turned
possible.
upside down. Yeah.
Anything could happen. I
Metaphorically
did
turned
think it
upside
would be
down.
like ramshackle or just like look like the
Basically
FBI
is.
just slept through there.
It looks like it has been. Like
Oh
there are
God.
papers everywhere, cabinets open, school supplies scattered. The kids are all running around in chaos. And the reason for this chaos? Because the SWAT team.
It busts through the ceiling and like through the windows at that moment. I
Kids are all
also just
screaming.
imagine like Community with I'm blanking on
Oh,
literally all
yes,
the characters' names, but like Donald Glover,
Theo
Childish
walks
Gambino
in when
coming.
Troy walks in and the pizza,
Right, thank
everyone's
you.
on fire.
Everything's like on fire. That's Phoebe.
That's exactly what's happening in this magic school bus classroom, this fourth grade classroom.
Yeah.
Phoebe's
Yeah.
just backpack.
So where's Liz? Is Liz okay? What
Guys,
happened?
guys, where's Hammy? Oh God, they took Hammy.
Hammy caused this because he's like, nobody ever wants to take me home. I'll teach them.
Burn this place down.
Burn this shit down. Okay.
But it's interesting that you do ask if Liz is okay, because the reason for this chaos is because all of the kids are looking for Liz, who has disappeared without a trace. Like, not even her habitat, which, you know, her little, like, lizard habitat, gone. One of the kids points out
that's gone too.
Even her favorite pair of sunglasses are gone.
Oh, this
Liz,
is real.
as if she was never even there.
Not the sunglasses.
Not the sunglasses.
Oh,
And-
but is the frizz there?
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Because
Sorry.
naturally,
I'm so worried.
You should be worried, honestly. Just like these children who naturally are very upset. Like one of the kids is like clutching a framed photo of Liz, like rocking. Like, oh, Liz.
Wait, I really need to know who that is. It doesn't really matter, but like
I think it is Phoebe because she says something later, like while holding that photo.
Gotcha.
And again, she's the animal lover, but like
that's what I was wondering. I feel like that's Phoebe coded, but I could see Arnold too.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Arnold is probably being like, it wasn't me. Like his hands are like up.
He's
not
like
touching
checking the bottom
anything.
of his shoes. Like
He's
I
checking
didn't
his
step on
backpack
her.
just in case, making sure it wasn't him.
It was not me. It
Not
wasn't
me. Not me.
Not
Not
me. I can confirm. Can
Texas
confirm.
Cubby.
Not me.
Nope. Okay, good. Still not me. Everyone, still not me.
Noted. You guys
Still innocent.
put it out there.
But yes, so all the kids are upset. And who's not upset? Funny you should ask about her. The Frizz. Not upset at all as she enters the classroom in truly the wildest way and most iconic outfit yet. She only wears for this opening scene. She changes later, but
okay.
You know, like bull riding or like a bucking bronco.
Yes, I have heard of it.
Mechanical bull.
I have heard of the thing.
Yeah, she's doing that, but it's on an inflatable alligator, and she is wearing a head-to-toe, skin-tight, bright green lizard suit. Like bucking bronco wild bowling this inflatable alligator across the classroom, knocking more shit over as she rides in.
She's like, it's already a mess in here. Might as well.
She's like, the alligator will ride again.
Where does one get a full body, skin tight?
Yeah, it's like
reptile
lime
suit.
green.
You say what, like any type of lizard in particular, or reptile, or was it just
it's just
kind
a
of like
very bright
nebulously green?
Yes,
probably scaly.
Nebulously. Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Nice.
Precisely
These words that we all agree on.
Yes.
Just in different orders. Excellent. Yes. Wow. I think I got my next Halloween costume idea.
Interesting. So yes, she's causing more chaos, and the kids are like yelling at her, basically being like, take this seriously, like Liz is gone. And the Frizz just kind of waves it off. She knows. She's like, yeah, Liz is gone. Everything about Liz has disappeared. And one of the kids, probably Carlos, is like, that Frizz is cold-blooded. Which is funny because they're reptiles and she's dressed like a lizard.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Hilarious. Nice.
But
And getting scary, actually, the lack of concern.
You good? Where's Liz? Where's Liz?
So cold-blooded, yeah.
And in the additional chaos that the Frizz brought, and again, knocked more things over, I think it was Wanda, one of the kids, finds a handwritten note. So that's getting scarier. But it's written in lizard.
Oh,
so no one can read it.
They only know one lizard that can translate it.
They only know one lizard who speaks lizard.
Yeah.
But it has like some check marks on it. And so they're like, is this like a to-do list? Is this like what kind of this is some type of list of some variety. But beneath that note, they also find like the remnants that looks like a flyer, like an advertisement, but it's like been ripped. So they only see like a little bit of it. And on the front, I'm pretty sure it looks like basically like a palace of some variety.
Oh.
And they see part of like the title above this palace. And they see the words, the second word is cut off, but they see herps have. HAV, and then they can't see the rest of it. So look.
Okay.
I'm an adult, but also very mature. So I was like, herp?
Herp?
What's that mean? What's going on here? But the Frizz quickly explains to the kids.
Okay, good. Before the adults have time to laugh at it when they're watching it with their kids, inevitably.
And the kids are like, what's so many? And Frizz explains that herp can be a term for reptile, which, yeah, I never heard that in my damned life. So I looked it up. And yes, herp is a shorthand used by biologists to refer to reptiles and amphibians. And it's short for herpetology, which comes from the Greek word herpeton, however you say it, which means a creeping animal. So like because they're all like down low, creepy crawlies. And also I thought it was very fun that the act of looking for amphibians or reptiles is called herping, which is just a fun little term, a fun silly term.
It is herping. You've got LARPing, you've got
herping,
you got herpes.
Somehow there's a Venn diagram where all this
there's a joke
over.
in there somewhere.
So one of the kids, I think this is when Phoebe's clutching the Liz photo, wails that if they could only see the world through Liz's eyes, they would have an idea as to why she abandoned them, or worse, why she was kidnapped and taken from them. So at this, we see the earrings.
Oh no! if we could only add that to the list. If we could only.
Not to say.
I wonder if.
I wonder. What if? And if only.
If we could only.
Are never things to say. There's like a sign outside of the Frizz's classroom that one of the kids wrote that says like a big X through it. Like, when you enter, do not say these phrases in front of Miss Frizzle.
Arnold like instantly is like freaking out, turning pale.
What if sweating? If we could what?
If only we could what? No, well, we don't want to only do anything. Don't
finish that statement. Phoebe, shut up. New kid, shut up. Read the sign. Read the sign, new kid.
Oh man.
Because yes, at this, you're right. We see the earrings of the Frizz glow, and either her or like someone, or this was like a fever dream that I was like, did someone say this or did I just imagine this? But I think someone says, is a rescue mission still a field trip? Because that's right. We're going on a rescue mission. Believe.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, I also want to believe that someone said that because they know exactly what it is at this point. They're like,
Liz is probably, or Frizz is probably asking that to her lawyers. Is the rescue mission still a field trip? The forms are still good. Don't worry why. Not a big deal.
Great.
But yes, through, I assume the Frizz just like, like being an adult in this town, like she knows where this giant palace castle building is. And so she takes the kids there on the bus, even though we couldn't see the title of this advertisement. Like it is a place in town. So she pulls up
Yeah.
to this, yes, like huge, like brick castle looking thing or palace looking thing. And in front of it are huge iron gates that on either side sit marble alligators, like very grand, very
Mm.
gaudy. She, by the way, is not in the lizard suit anymore. She has changed
Oh,
out in
darn.
public.
Okay. I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah,
yeah.
darn.
Doesn't want to embarrass her students that much.
Yeah. And well, on a rescue mission, she needs to be a little more incognito
That's
than
true.
a
Although it's
lime green
cat
lizard
suit, I
suit.
mean, I'm
Oh,
assuming she's
you're
gonna sneak into
right.
some tight spaces. I don't know.
Do you think Sam from Totally Spies, who also wears the green cat suit, there's
Calls it a
a red
reptile suit,
yarn here
a lizard
somewhere
suit.
with the gingers and also Kim Possible being a mercenary redhead, Miss Frizzle,
Yeah, something's going on
Sam.
here.
There's something going
Maybe
on here.
because apparently Alex is Hispanic or Latino. Maybe she's Carlos's younger sister who grows up to one day have Mrs. Frizzle and then is
Yes, there is
somehow.
there's conspiracy theory
Don't
here.
mind us, listeners and viewers.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been able to use the good old red yarn. So
Yes, exactly. It's not like
we're just
conspiracy
itching to
in Magic
do it.
School Bus.
Yeah.
So, yes, they pull up to these grand gates, and some of the kids peek through to like try and see what's going on in this private property. But they very quickly have to tuck and roll out of the way as the gates start to open to let in a long white limousine with gold
Oh.
accents that whips up and pulls inside, speeds inside.
Hmm.
And the gates shut behind this limo, and the kids peek back through to see a woman who, Alexis, is wearing a purple coat and jewels. Is
Oh.
this Ashley
Ashley
Walker
Walker
Club
Club
Dupree
Dupree.
from your last
Perhaps
episode?
does she have brown hair coming about down to here
Yes, I think
under
she
the hat?
did.
It might be
I
her.
think it's her. She's clearly like Richie Rich. I think it's
Okay.
her.
Does she say anything or she just like walks in and that's
There's
all we
like
see?
one line that she says that they probably could have just imitated Jessica Walter for nothing and no one can
True.
imitate her.
I
But
know. Let's be real.
yes. So, anyways, I'm just now
Or
realizing
if this was
that
before, what season is this episode from? Season two, did you
season
say?
two.
Okay. So yeah, mine was season three. So maybe they like had her as a character
Yeah.
there. And then we're like, okay, if she's going to be a main character, we need
Yeah.
someone big and bold to voice
Yes.
her. We can't just get this one line reader.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, just
If
realizing
it is
that
her.
now is very
Interesting.
funny. We're always doing the same thing. We didn't even know it.
Yep.
So, yes, I'm going to assume it's her. We see Ashley Walker Club Dupree.
Club
Gotta
Dupree.
remember that. Club kind of
Walker is all that matters
Walker,
to
yes.
her.
And we see her walk out of this limo holding a leash. And we see on the other end of that leash is a giant tortoise.
Oh.
The leash is just wrapped around
Okay.
a shell, like a little harness situation.
Oh.
And we see her and the tortoise come up to a grand set of front doors and ring the bell. And while we hear or we see the door open, we don't see who opens it. We just hear the voice of like a very posh, but like kind of creepy sounding British man who like I simply could not imitate such an accent, but we all like it.
You're like, it was too
A
ridiculous.
light villainy sound to it, perhaps.
Okay.
Asking how he can serve her and her tortoise today. And the woman laughing hands him the leash and says, toasted and stuffed, just like the last one.
I'm sorry. What?
Are we at a taxidermist? Are we at
Is this turtle soup?
kitchen?
Not mock turtle soup, actual turtle soup.
This is a restaurant, perhaps?
Yikes.
So the woman returns to her limo as the front door shut and they drive off. And similarly to your reaction, all of those kids are like, that tortoise is about to be dinner, right? Right?
Yeah.
That tortoise
Miss
is definitely about to
Frizzle?
be dinner.
Mrs. Frizzle, why are we here? Liz is not
Liz
here,
is
right?
Where's Liz? Where do you have a tracker
Right?
on her? Where's Liz? Because yes, they are all terrified that if Liz is here, she could be landing on someone's plate very soon, any moment now, as far as they know. So they figure what they need to do first is get someone on the inside.
Ah, okay.
up first in this two-part montage of they try one thing, it doesn't, something happens, and they try the next thing.
They got two plans. That's it.
Yeah. And so we first cut to Wanda. She's able to get up to the front doorstep.
Oh God.
She is up there, head to toe. She's in a full baseball uniform. She's swinging her bat, leaning on it, chomping on some gum, ringing that doorbell over and over again. And the
Okay.
door opens. And first of all, we do finally see this person. And we see a very tall, thin, like gaunt looking man, like very like
Hmm.
harsh cheekbones, brown slicked back hair. He's in one of the worst outfits I ever. Every time I see it, I'm uncomfortable. It's one of those like old timey lab coats that's like high collared and like double breasted. You
Oh
know what I'm talking
gosh.
about? Yeah, it's always a
Yeah,
little
like
creepy.
Butler-esque, but like,
Yeah,
yeah.
all white.
Oh,
And
white. That. Oh,
because it's like a
pretentious.
lab coat type of thing.
Oh, lab
Yeah,
coat.
like
Sorry, I
old
just
timey
heard
lab
coat.
coat.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you, got you. Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not cute. And so
no.
he looks down suspiciously at her and just waits, basically, to see what the hell she's doing here. And
He doesn't even like say hello. He just opens the door and looks at her like,
you up? Can I help you? Wait, it's your turn.
your
Go.
turn.
You came to me. What you want? So Wanda hams it up. She starts
Oh
giving
God.
big puppy dog eyes and like looking down. This is a direct quote. I am but an innocent school child who has
Oh
innocently
Lord.
lost my innocent baseball over your fence. May I innocently come in and innocently get it back?
Innocently.
Innocently? She does a bad job, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Didn't work.
This not
Darn.
not even close. The man just glares at her and says that she doesn't meet the requirements for entry.
Mm.
And he hands her a list of rules and slams the door in her face.
Yikes.
And we're going to pause here really quick because as I was, he says a couple words of like reprimanding her for not meeting these requirements. And I was like, this man's voice is so familiar. Like this British man's
Hmm.
voice, or like this British voice is so familiar. I think you're going to recognize it immediately as well. And
Okay.
the thing that I like know him best from, I'll tell you at the very end, but I'm going to tell you this person's some of their credentials because remember how in
Oh,
the first episode we were like the actors that this show randomly pulled
insane.
makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
in any way shape or form.
Other than
So,
just like street cred, that's
yeah,
like the
we're
magic school
just
bus street cred. Like
right. They
they can
just
pull anybody.
they got a Rolodex of everyone in who's ever been in a film, who has ever
Yes.
influenced Hollywood or
Cinema,
film
theater, media.
or theater. Yes, because
Mm.
like all of our favorite British actors, this actor came from the world of theater starting in the 1960s,
Mm.
classically including plenty of Shakespeare, including Hamlet
Mhm.
himself. And he went on to also be a huge film star. He starred in the 1968 version of Romeo and Juliet. He was in the
Mm.
1972 film adaptation, I think the first one of Cabaret, the musical. He was in the 73 version of The Three Musketeers, also in things like Logan's Run and The Island of Dr. Moreau. And perhaps most
Oh.
importantly, and where I knew him from, he was also Basil Exposition, aka Austin Powers' boss in Austin
Oh.
Powers. It's Michael York.
Wow.
Like,
Whoa.
what is he doing here?
Why he had time. He's like,
He
why
had
not? What would
time.
I not? He's like, what would I not be doing here, Grace?
You're so right. What is he not doing here? I take it back.
Wait. Also, that resume leading up to Austin Powers
I
is
know.
wild and was unknown to me. I was trying to figure out like
Same.
where is she going?
Same. I didn't know any
Wow.
of this. I just like
Good
knew
for you,
him.
Michael York. Did
I know.
not know. Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but he's been
Okay.
struggling in the last, I think, like 5 years with like I don't know what it's like some like pretty rare disease.
Mm,
So I think he's like left spotlight because of it, and he's like
yeah.
pretty sick, but is still
Mm,
alive. But yeah,
well,
I like recognized the voice from Austin Powers, and then I was like,
which,
and I obviously know the name Michael York like quite well, but I
yes.
was like,
Yeah.
what else? Like, why is he so famous? And I was like, oh, he's like this very classic act, like British
Yeah, like
actor. So
classically trained, which makes his
yes,
role in Austin Powers even
yeah,
funnier because it's
exactly.
just like,
Why you
you
Austin
know,
Powers? It's Austin
don't be
Powers.
serious. Exactly.
Yeah,
Just have fun with it, Bring all
yeah,
those classic acting chops with you, all that
yes,
Shakespearean talent with you.
yes.
And now you're the boss for Austin Powers.
Yes, exactly. And
And
now you're gonna parody
go,
the
Michael
spy
York,
movie.
go. The
Do your
director just
thing. And they
stands
did.
back and watches. He
Yes.
sure did. Oh man. What
So
a
yeah, so
great cameo here.
I
Just
know. Again, I'm just like, wait, what? How? Who? What? Where?
And also to think that you recognize a voice appearing in the Magic School Bus from Austin Powers is just
No.
like the weirdest millennial crossover that
I
one
know.
could. Maybe not even weird. It's actually that's like the
The
most
most millennial
obvious. Yeah.
crossover I could have.
But just like hilarious, like these two polar opposite things for polar opposite audiences.
Exactly. But like
And
hit the
yet you
ages
were at the
exactly as we
intersection.
were. Yes, of like a
Exactly.
kid watching this, a preteen watching Austin Powers,
Watching
like
exactly.
the exact correct order here.
I think actually Michael York had a goaded agent or manager who's like, I know how to keep you relevant with all
Yes.
generations. We'll get you in
And
an
you know
episode of
what?
Magic School Bus. We'll get you
And
in Austin Powers. You'll be on MTV and stuff and ads for that.
exactly.
We got you covered,
And
buddy.
they weren't wrong. Look, we're talking
It
about them
worked.
today
Yeah, it worked.
to this day. So yes, I'm just gonna call him Michael York throughout this because we don't hear his
That's who he
name
is.
right now.
Oh, good.
So
Okay, good. Because it's Michael
yes,
York.
exactly.
Hmm.
So, anyways, Wanda brings this list of requirements for entry back to the class, and they're flabbergasted about how the heck they're going to get into this exclusive building. Because here's just some of the requirements for entry:
Mm-hmm.
body temperature must be changeable, sweat
Oh,
glands, none, scales or
oh,
skin, allowed, hair, none.
oh, yikes. Very exclusive and gonna be difficult for these kids.
Gonna be
This Frizzle should not
difficult.
have taken off that reptile suit. At least she could have had that covered, the scales.
At least one of y'all could have gotten in.
Yeah. I'm sure it regulates body temperature somehow. You
Yeah, it
know,
keeps it all
they could have fooled
contained.
him. He's old. He can't see well.
He's old. He doesn't know what's going on here. Here's all these American ways.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, this is like a list of requirements for like some underground exclusive like Berlin club
Yeah.
that's playing some of the house music
That's
you've never heard in your life.
that's open from like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. only.
It's actually
Oh
only open
man.
from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and like the music is just like sounds of reptiles like screaming.
Screaming and like hissing.
Yeah, but you have to get in
Mhm.
line for it at 8 p.m. the night before.
Right. That's the night before. The line is a required 24 hours.
Yes. It is
Or oh no, I see what you mean. 8
exclusive. 12
p.m. Yeah,
hours. Yeah.
12 hours, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
So, yes, they have this very
Exclusive.
this exclusive ass club now, but they're no closer to getting in, obviously. Like you said, they're not going to hit these requirements
They're not turning into reptiles anytime soon.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
And this is when DA remembers one of the most infamous ways to get into a place you're not allowed in. DA says, what if we go Trojan horse?
Oh.
Which I did not see coming, honestly.
No, me neither. I thought she was gonna say we just break in, like
Right,
air
yeah.
ducts or
We're
something.
just sneak in. We're all
Yeah.
children. We can sneak into this shit.
Yeah. I'm actually very proud of her for knowing the story, I guess, of like Troy and all of that.
Well, here's the thing is that my next line is she explains it to the dummies who didn't know what that was. Yeah, DA is like, please, because they're like, a
Please.
what? And she's like, really?
Have you never heard?
According to my research, try it sometime. But someone points out, like, that's great, DA, Dorothy Ann, but like,
What?
it's still a horse covered in hair. not
Ugh.
regulating body temperature. What up with the, like, it's still not reading those requirements.
DA's like, not only do you know ancient history and do you not know ancient history in the classics, but you also don't understand a metaphor for symbolism.
God, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Idiots. Her and Miss Frizzle just look at each other, shaking their heads like, God.
Dorothy Ann's like, please sign the papers to let me skip a grade.
I've proved
But
myself.
yes, Phoebe pipes in and says, yeah, a horse wouldn't meet those requirements, but a Trojan alligator would, right?
Good, Phoebe.
And we see a twinkle in the Frizzle's eyes
Oh no.
as any type of suggestion is dangerous as well. Add it to the
Yeah.
list of things not to do in
Earrings
this
or eyes twinkling.
classroom.
Yeah,
Dangerous. Don't
just
make any suggestions in this
no.
class. And we essentially hard cut to Phoebe standing outside of the bus with a leash in her hand. And the leash is tied around the entire bus, which is full of everyone else. Because obviously the Trojan alligator needs to be brought in by somebody. So
Yeah,
Phoebe's going to be that
I guess
somebody.
I thought it would be Miss Frizzle, but
You thought it would be an
okay.
adult.
Exactly, but okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Either way, you think this person's going to help them with things. If she was inside or outside the bus, she's got to let these kids learn. What
exactly.
exactly? We don't know yet.
We don't know. We're finding out. They're
We're
finding
going to
out.
find
We're all in
something
this
out.
together.
And yes, we see the frizz hit a button and the bus spins and spins and spins until it grows scales, or more accurately, I don't know how to say this word, but I'm going to say it like scoots. It's Scuttes, which are the bony plates embedded in the skin of like alligators and crocodiles. And so like that's like their like
Oh.
rough, hard surface is, you could call them
Oh,
scales, but it's actually, yeah, like
the
bony
more technical
plates.
term.
Yes, that are like on their back and that kind of stuff.
Because what they don't come off like they don't just flake off like fish scales do. I imagine they're
Yeah,
more
and I think because it's
attached
like
to them.
an almost bony material and it's like way
Mm,
harder than a scale is as well. It's basically like a little armor that they have on.
interesting.
And this Trojan alligator shrinks itself down to alligator size. Everyone inside of it also has shrunken down, but inside it still
Of
just looks
course.
like a regular bus. It doesn't look
Not
like,
like the innards of an alligator.
insides of
They're
alligator.
like, we've been inside enough
We
living creatures,
already
one
know
and
about the
done.
tummy. We don't want to see what's in this alligator.
Actually, more than one. Yeah.
Yes. But we like the alligator, it's like it basically looks like an alligator as if the alligator also had like a giant hump on it, and that hump is like what the bus is.
The
And
bun.
like it has like little windows that you can see inside of.
So it's an alligator shaped bus, not a bus
Exactly.
shaped alligator.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
So, yes, that's apparently the vision and plan here. Phoebe's gonna sneak all these kids in unexpectedly on this Trojan alligator. And Phoebe, yes, has a leash on the gator and is able to enter the gate because she has an animal with her. And Michael York opens up that door and is thrilled to see this alligator. He doesn't even wait for her to explain like he did with
Oh,
Wanda.
wow.
He is just like so wooing over this alligator. She's a beaut. She's enchanting and is
Mm.
just like, this is a beautiful specimen. And
Hmm.
Phoebe is like, I don't want her to be toasted and stuffed, by the way. And he just laughs and laughs when she says this. He asks for this alligator's name, which I will refer to it as for the rest of the time, which Phoebe is like, Valerie? So this is Valerie,
Oh,
the
fair,
Trojan alligator.
is Valerie.
Yes.
That will be an epic story in history one day.
Exactly. The Trojan alligator, comma, Valerie.
Valerie.
So, yes, he brings them back into this palace building and brings them into what looks like a very like sterilized, almost like waiting room, and
Hmm.
tells her that here at Harry's Herp Haven, which his name is Harry, we learn,
Gotcha.
we just love our cold-blooded critters to death. Which,
Ooh.
of course, yes, Phoebe is scared of, and the kids on the bus can hear this. So, of course,
Ooh.
Arnold screams, which
Shh.
there's
Arnold.
still windows on this bus.
Yeah.
Michael York hears them and like narrows
Michael
his
York
eyes.
hears them. Sorry. Do not let Michael York hear you.
Do not disturb his presence like that. It should be an on. You should be silent in his presence. It should be an honor.
Uh,
So he narrows his eyes at Phoebe, who like starts coughing to like cover up Arnold's
Smooth.
screams. Yeah.
Close call.
Yeah. And he is sick of this. So he just yanks the leash from Phoebe and opens up a door at the end of this like hallway, waiting room hall, and takes Valerie behind there with him and slams those doors in Phoebe's face.
Oh, also, sorry, it just hit me. This is very random, but I'm pretty sure Miss Frizzle's first name is Valerie.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
that's
so
probably
that's
where she
why
got the
Phoebe was
name from.
Got
Yeah, Valerie.
Valerie?
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle's like out the
Miss
window.
Frizzle's like, good job, Phoebe.
You're
You
doing
get an
great.
A.
Arnold, shh.
Arnold, shut the fuck
Arnold,
up.
shut up. So Phoebe, though, now separated from Valerie, her teacher, and her classmates, like pounds on the door, shouting to bring Valerie back, which like, girl, you've successfully infiltrated everything.
I
What
know
are you
you're
doing?
giving away the game.
Play it
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Play
you
fucking
did your
cool,
job.
Phoebe.
You've got people on the inside.
This is the
They're
whole point of
taking
the Trojan
care of it.
horse. Get him in those
Exactly.
gates.
You don't get
did
to go
it.
too.
Yeah, you stay on
Yeah.
the outside.
The
You're not
soldiers
part of the
inside
present.
the horse go in. Yeah.
Right. Dorothy Ann did not explain the entire situation, apparently,
No.
for Phoebe to
Phoebe
realize
is
this.
lost. Phoebe's
Yeah.
so confused.
But yes, no one comes back for Phoebe, and so she, noticing that it's silent, kind of listens against the door and then kind of props open the door that he had gone through very carefully and slowly, and she peeks in to see a very long hallway. And you know what? She shoots her shot. She darts right back into that like hall, like fluorescently lit hall, to see if she can find Valerie or Liz. Like she's coming out here with some reptile. Hopefully the one she came in
One
here
way or
for and
another.
with, but
Right.
we'll see. Meanwhile, we follow Valerie, who has now been taken by just other lab-coated men and led into this other room where he unleashes her and shuts the door tightly behind them. And in this room, we see it's almost like a zoo habitat of like there's this giant pool with like what looks like a running river in it, a waterfall tumbling into it, there's trees, there's bushes, some rocky spots, like painted blue sky. So like yeah, it's clearly some type of habitat situation 'cause it's still inside. And we know it's a type of habitat because we quickly see Valerie get fully surrounded by lizards, snakes, and other alligators.
Oh, great. Oh, man,
Mhm.
you just put them all
Just
in
show them all
one.
in there.
All right.
We don't know what's happening at Harry's Herp Haven. Not yet.
Yeah.
So naturally, the kids are, as they do, screaming. Because yes, they need to get out to infiltrate this building somehow. Because of the animals that have gathered around them, none of them are Liz. So they need to somehow infiltrate the building. But if a gator was walking around the halls, there's obviously people working in this building. They would spot it and kick it back in. But they
Yeah.
also can't leave the bus because they're like warm-blooded, perhaps like mouse-sized creatures, aka what
Mm-hmm.
many of these reptiles would eat.
Yeah, or like
And
insect size. Yeah.
yes, exactly, and are currently surrounded by. But of course, someone points out there's one way we could leave this alligator and not draw suspicion or from other animals perhaps and be eaten by them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more stealthy. They could fit in
Yeah.
here a little better.
Okay, I'm curious and skeptical. Curiously
should be
skeptical.
curiously
Skeptically
skeptical.
curious.
Oh, this whole show in a nutshell.
Yes, every day.
Yes, dangerously so, I would say.
Mhm.
Because yes, they realize that they too could become reptiles and sneak out,
Do
and thus
explain.
the other reptiles wouldn't eat them because they're just like I'm just a lizard like you. You're not going to eat me. And then if there are other
Mhm.
reptiles too around the building, they could be a little more stealthy than a whole ass alligator bus.
Yeah.
So, first, before I tell you about this transformation, everyone except for Arnold and Dorothy Ann go through this transformation. Arnold and Dorothy Ann stay
Mm.
behind on the bus to keep an eye on Valerie and the situation. Arnold, probably because they're like, we're not going to let you loose in this building. You're going to get eaten
No,
immediately.
yeah.
And Dorothy Ann, probably because she's like, this is my Trojan alligator. I'm going to see this through.
I
My
have to lead the
idea.
troops into battle.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. So, yes, these kids get transformed into what I can only describe, Alexis, as the single, like, both scariest and most like acid trippy animation I've seen on this show. Like, okay, obviously they turn into reptiles. Okay, that we know that's happened. I
Sure.
just told you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're like, okay, so they're like probably like, yeah, like mouse or rat size. Let's say rat size. That's a little bigger.
Right.
Reptiles. And they have the entire body, skin color, scales of a reptile. So like,
Uh-huh.
like a chameleon, kind of like Liz. You got the little curl tail, kind of arched back, green, a little
Yeah.
yellow on them. But then they have their heads, which is the same color as the rest of the scales. But
Okay.
their heads, as in the
They're human
children's
heads
heads
and like faces.
and faces and hair on the reptile body. So like Wanda's a chameleon and has got the whole chameleon body I described, but then Wanda's face that is fully green with a short black bob and like
Oh God, no, not the hair. I was gonna ask if they had their hair
their
too.
hair.
Oh
Like
no. Is Ralphie wearing his hat?
Ralphie has his baseball hat. Like they could have tried to make the reptiles like look cute and like the chameleon Wanda, just give her like the vest to indicate that it's
Yeah.
Wanda. But
Yeah. Or even
instead,
just make each one like a different color and then maybe like use their eyes or something or
yeah,
like
or like
their general features, but like make them still just fully look like chameleons
yes,
otherwise.
but they're
Damn. A
like
part of me wants to look up a picture of this because but I will just
they're
wait and be
like
shocked when I watch the episode or be disturbed.
disturbed. They're like Frankenstein. They have like Frankenstein these like child reptile abominations. Like
Ugh. Ugh.
these are simply abominations to
These
evolution
are
and like
simply about
the natural world. I hate them.
they need to be locked in a room,
They need to be
never
locked in
seen
a room and
again.
forgotten.
Their true power is that they shock and disturb the core
Yeah.
and
Like
scare
it
people
is
dead in their tracks. Like get rid of
exactly like
them.
they're
Get
the
rid of
power for
them.
evil. You must lock them in a hole, a dark room, throw away the key, burn down the room,
I imagine
let
the like
the member be
little
lost to
Labubu
time.
dolls. Like each
Little
one of those, but
fangs.
like a reptile instead.
Yes, that's the exact same vibe. Yes,
Like
correct.
just like disturbing. Like this just
Like
doesn't feel right looking at this.
just
I
something
feel like a demon is like I feel like I'm staring in the eyes of a demon.
it's like the
And the reptiles too being like
millions and
evil
millions of
creatures.
years of my like lizard brain all came out to say this is not correct.
I don't like it.
This is not what should happen in the world. We've grown too hungry. We've grown too confident. We've grown too powerful. If this is where we're
This,
at,
this is where we're at. A
we've gone
sad
too
day.
far.
A sad day in the world.
Shut it
That this
down.
is the way they decided to animate these children into little
It really
reptiles.
was. It really was. I really hated it,
Uh,
including the frizz. The frizz is also part of this and is just
okay.
as bad as the
Yeah,
rest of them.
good. I was like, what how funny would it be if the frizz like looked great or something? Like they made her look fine, but she was like, sorry, I could only figure
You
out the magic for myself, not for you
guys
guys.
got the
Just
leftover. Sorry.
yeah, sorry.
No,
Still working on it for
unfortunately,
my little minions.
she also has been hit with the
Good.
abomination magic
Okay.
for this.
Fair. I am oh
The
so excited to
unnatural
see this.
abominations. So, one by
Cursed.
one, very cursed, they emerge from the bus and are immediately shaking and shivering. So all of
Wow.
them scurry to one of the heat lamps that are strewn about this whole room.
Hmm.
And this trait of reptiles, the fact that they need external sources to regulate their body temp, is called ectothermic. And it's why we call
Hmm.
them cold-blooded. So basically,
Mm.
they thermoregulate, reptiles do, by moving in and out of heat sources to maintain an ideal body temperature. And that's why heat is so important because it helps them maintain a lot of the bodily functions, but also not having to produce their own heat actually saves them energy because they're not constantly
Mm.
having to burn it to produce heat like we do as warm-blooded. And this also lets them survive longer without certain resources like food because they don't need that much
Mm.
energy, again, like mammals
Yeah.
do.
Gotcha.
So, anyways, under this heat lamp, they're able to start thinking straight and focusing on finding Liz. So, step
Hmm.
one, break out of this prison, aka this habitat,
Yes.
which luckily they're able to do because Valerie has distracted still all of the other gators. They're interested in what that thing's this again, probably to them an abomination and
Yeah,
gator
they're like, what the fuck is
boss.
that?
What's that
Because
growth
it's
on
still
you?
yellow, right? Is it still yellow? I just
No, it is
assumed it
green.
was.
It is
Oh,
green.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Still though, I mean, it looks like a bus though with
Yeah, so there's a giant hump on the
scales or
back of
shoots
it.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kids are able to sneak out. They get to the door and are able to like pick the lock basically and get out. But as these abominations leave, Valerie starts shivering too because she also has gone reptile. She's a gator.
Mm.
And of course, I think this is a theme in my episodes, gets so cold that it starts to shut down.
Oh no.
This bus needs to get something needs to happen about this bus and this temperature control
Yeah,
because
they need a mechanic in that class.
truly they need some hands-on real life learning, like how to fix a
Yeah.
bus.
All right.
So Arnold and Dorothy Ann know that they need one of those heat lamps that they just saw their classmates go to heat Valerie back up. So they, admittedly very bravely, try and sneak off the bus to approach one of the heat lamps to try and like drag it over. But of course, there's tons of reptiles sunning beneath it. They see these warm-blooded creatures trying to move the heat lamp and start chasing Arnold and DA. And those two
Hmm.
just have to straight up abandon their plans and like flee back to the freezing bus and just like hope they don't die. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's all they're doing the rest of this episode, basically, is just being like,
That
well,
is the main lesson from Miss Frizzle's class is just hope you don't die, kids.
yeah.
Be safe
Is
out there
again, like we said in the Arctic episode, like survival is what these kids learn
is the
mainly
goal.
in this
Yeah.
classroom.
That is the lesson plan.
Yes. Yeah, every time. So Phoebe continues to sneak around to this place and she stops in her tracks when she hears someone singing. And she peeks into a door to find Michael York in a kitchen.
Of course. Of
Classic.
course. Where he is.
Singing about supper time. He's cooking away and plating some meals and walks out like a different door. And Phoebe pokes her head in a little more and spots what she thinks at first is a menu, which she's a little scared about because there's like pictures of reptiles on this thing on the wall.
Yikes.
But she's able to sneak in and get a closer look at it and realizes it's more of a feeding schedule for reptiles. Because again, she's like, oh, they're cooking these animals here.
Yeah.
But she realizes, okay, no, this is a schedule for feeding animals, but it still seems bad because some of the animals are only listed to like be fed like once a month, like
Mm.
at most for some of
Yeah.
them. So she's a
That's
little
torture and
nervous.
starvation.
Exactly. And as we know, Phoebe is our animal lover here, so she's ready to
Hmm.
go full PETA on this
Hmm.
place,
Protest. Yep.
do
Mhm.
whatever she has to do. So as she is realizing all of this and seeing this, and again, getting ready and raring to go, the reptile children, the abomination things, are sneaking, they're creepy crawling
Oops.
around the building until they find a room labeled the quiet room,
Oh,
which I don't
okay.
love. And they, I guess, do because they decide to go check it
Go
out.
on in. Yeah.
Go on in. And you know, Alexis, the like, and every like sci-fi futuristic space horror film when they discover the like room of cryogenically frozen people,
Hmm.
like how it's always like walls and walls and walls of people like shoved
Just
in
like
like a
as far
morgue.
as you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And their
slots
little
in the wall.
pods.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they walk
Oh,
into.
great.
Like,
Great. The quiet room.
it's
It's quiet, all
very
right.
quiet.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they walk into. It's like a freezer in there. It's freezing cold and it's got walls
Oh,
and walls and
interesting.
walls. Yes, full of glass drawers, essentially, with a reptile in each one of the drawers, none of which are
Ooh,
moving.
of course. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
this is either
frozen.
cryogenically frozen, a morgue itself, or
Hmm.
who's to say what it is?
Yeah, I'm getting, or alternatively, like Jurassic Park or maybe Jurassic World vibes, where it's like
Yep.
these are the reptiles that we tested and didn't
Like
turn out too well.
creatures.
We freeze
Yes.
them in here to save for another day. Like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Why don't she just get rid of that?
What is going on in here? Michael York, what is happening?
Michael, Mr. York, Mr. York, a few
Mr. York, what
questions.
are you doing? What's happening here?
We have we've got some health code violations probably going on here. Can we just take a little look?
Yeah. Lola.
So these kids scatter and look through all of the or look at all the drawers, and they're able to
Hmm.
find one that is labeled Liz. And they open up the drawer to find, yes, Liz curled up into a tiny little ball, not moving. One of
Mm.
them even like gets really close to her chest and doesn't hear her heartbeat.
Yikes. So they almost say it, but they don't quite say that they think she's dead.
Yeah, they straight up, I mean,
Yikes.
they straight up say they can't hear her heartbeat. So they
Aww.
one step away from yes and dead.
And they are probably panicking at that realization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are all like, wait, this is maybe a morgue, not, I don't know, a freezer or something like that.
Yeah.
But before
Oof.
they can do anything in this panic, one by one, each one of these abomination cursed creatures, children, suddenly slump down against the glass, like in the drawer, and fall down onto the ground asleep, as if like
Oh.
something has overtaken them, and one by one they're dropping like low flies,
Mm.
including Frizzle, by the way. And the last one to hang
Oh, that's really
on,
bad. Actually, she's
yeah, the one person who got us into
yeah.
this and could get us out of it
Yeah.
is now is
Yikes.
on the
Is
floor,
now also
unresponsive.
unconscious or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, unresponsive. Things are looking
So
down.
yeah, things are not looking good for our abomination heroes.
Hmm.
So the last one to hang on before getting overtaken by this spell is I think like Wanda or Keisha, who are awake just long enough to see Phoebe sneak into the room because again she's creeping around.
Yeah.
Phoebe obviously sees them, is like not that worried about seeing her classmates as reptiles. She knows the risks of
No,
here.
fine.
Yeah.
Stay on track here. Stay
Yeah.
focused on the
Find Liz,
mission.
find Liz. Oh, I see Liz. We've found Liz. This
Yeah.
other thing is a problem for later. But either again, Wanda or Keisha like sees Phoebe and like reaches out and just goes, save Liz. And
Oh,
then also just drops to the ground.
thanks.
So yes, naturally, Phoebe is now panicking. And I will say, like, smartly, she's like, well, the one thing I shouldn't do is stay in this room, this very scary room.
Yeah.
So she scoops everyone, including Liz, up and stuffs them all into her jacket and runs out of this room of horrors.
Hmm.
But as she's running down the halls, she's obviously not quiet about it. She runs right into Michael York.
Stomping.
It's my
Everyone
friend.
hears.
All of my friends are reptiles. Help me. At my old school, I was never trapped in a room of horrors.
At my old school, I never had to infiltrate a reptile house and
And try and survive
save
and
our class
escape with my
pet.
lives.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was take Liz home. So, yes, she runs right into him and he starts yelling at her, asking where is she going with all these reptiles. And him
Mhm.
shouting obviously brings the attention of more people perhaps working there in the lab coats, and they all start chasing Phoebe and
Great.
her armful of animals.
Great.
Again, PETA
So she's
mode.
outnumbered
She's
greatly now.
pet napping all of these animals here.
Yeah. She just like starts opening all the cages and all the little habitats, like,
Be
be
free, be
free.
free.
Yeah.
Honestly,
On
would
some
be
Eliza
surprised.
Thornberry shit. Like,
Yeah.
let all the animals free. Causing
Eliza thought it was a
chaos.
smuggling ring,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't.
It was just customs. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this
She
is just the
caused definitely
law. We're
like
not doing anything
mass
illegal.
panic in a village or something.
Yeah.
People lost their pets.
Yeah. Pandas running wild and
Yeah.
shit. Snakes running wild and
Jaguars.
attacking the freaking customs agent. Like
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah. Phoebe's
chaos.
just full vigilante mode here.
Yeah.
But luckily, Phoebe, I guess luckily, ends up in that like habitat room from before, and she
Hmm.
sees Valerie in there as well as the heat
Hmm.
lamps. So she like yeets Liz and like all of the students under a heat lamp to like hopefully do. She's like, I don't know this like
Live.
all of the animals are
Yeah.
under here. Let's put them back under here. And she
Hmm.
drags like by the tail Valerie under one of the heat lamps as well, where
Mm.
her hunch was correct that they all start warming up and waking up because
Mm.
the heat for some reason has woken them up from whatever was going on, including Liz, who by the way does not look happy to be woken up. Liz
She's
looks
freaking out.
pissed right now. She's
Oh, she was.
displeased.
Yeah. She's in the
But
middle of a killer nap.
I know. She's like, what the fuck is I don't want to be woken up like
Yeah.
this. So Phoebe knows that they're on the run though. So once everyone is awake again, including Valerie as well, Phoebe notices there's an exit out the back door of this habitat. She throws everyone on the bus and runs out with Valerie in tow. I think she's holding Liz.
Mm.
But as soon as they step out this back exit, they are met with who? More alligators, not Michael York.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. I was like, Michael York? No,
Nope, worse,
no, worse.
alligators.
Much worse.
Much worse. And the alligators, of course, start running at them as well. And there's no place to go because, like any good palace, there's a giant wall behind it.
Of course.
But
Always.
luckily, their one savior, Frizzle, is now awake again. So
Hmm.
she pulls a switch on the magic school bus Trojan horse alligator Valerie, which doesn't turn it back into a bus. Instead, all the kids inside of it turn back to normal size in themselves, no longer abominations. But it makes the bus into like an enormous alligator, like a huge one that Phoebe and Liz like tuck and roll on as it starts to scale the walls to look escape.
Scale the walls. What the fuck
Like
did
someone
they
like full
just
like
make?
what's the type of monster that like Godzilla is? Like a
A kaiju.
kaiju?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, he's like
Or like
he's just like a
the like
reptile.
Japanese monsters, like
Yeah, oh
kaiju.
yeah, just a
Like that's what
kaiju.
this
Yeah,
turns
yeah, yeah.
into.
I was gonna say, in
Is
terms of like
kaiju.
what type of reptile he is, fictional, I guess,
No,
but
fictional Grace, not
yeah,
real.
but
No,
it's some
a
sort of
kaiju
reptile that got
monster.
nuked. Yeah.
Yes. So it starts to scale this wall. They're interrupted.
Also, that would be so fucking terrifying too.
Luckily, it's
Like that
like
just
not
took a
huge, but
horrifying
still.
turn. Still
Yes.
though, an alligator scaling a
Yeah.
wall.
What
Are
if
you
you're the
kidding me?
neighbor and you just see like this huge, like car-sized nose, like peek over in like one claw, the next claw?
Then just like scurry up past the window all quick.
Like
Hell
the like
no.
tail like
Yeah.
knocking over towers like
Yeah.
no,
No, no, no, no. Oh
no, no,
God.
no, no. But
Oh,
they're
Frizz.
interrupted mid scaling and escape, this time by Michael York. And he is running outside, waving frantically with one arm and pushing a cart with the other arm that's covered. It has like a sheet over it. And he's screaming, "You forgot something." And so Frizz, to everyone's terror, hits the brakes on this kaiju bus, Gator, Valerie
Kaiju bus.
thing,
I love it.
and backs it up and she off the wall. And she and Liz walk outside to meet the man. And all of the kids are like tumbling out behind her, being like, Miss Frizzle, get back on the bus.
Come
Get
back.
back on the
It's
bus.
dangerous.
We gotta
Yeah.
go. Gotta go.
Look at his laptop. He's evil. Or his laptop. Oh my
His
God. His
lab
lab
coat.
coat.
He's evil.
Yeah, he's
Don't look at his
evil.
laptop. We don't want to see
No.
what's on
Oh
here.
God, no.
And the man stops when Frizz gets out and he yanks the sheet off the cart. All of the kids are terrified of like, are we about to see that turtle soup underneath here? Tortoise soup underneath here? Who's to say? But we see instead Liz's multi-decker lizard habitat. It's
Oh.
decked out with heat lamps, beach chairs, a
Oh.
lounge area. Liz gets her sunnies out and hops right on top, as happy as can be. And
Ah,
Frizz is like, oh my God, you fixed her habitat. Like, thank you so much for doing this for us.
the
And
dude is like, okay, never mind. Go ahead and finish. Sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Michael York is like, why are you acting surprised? You're the one who dropped her off and paid for these services. And she was just like, oh my God, thank you. I had no clue you were helping her. Like,
His reaction is just like, oh, you. Like, this is not the first time he's interacted with Valerie Frizzle.
he knows, like, oh, every time she drops Liz off, a field trip happens.
Something happens.
He already has the cleaning crew on call. Like,
Yeah.
guys, the Frizz is coming. The Frizz is dropping
Oh,
off Liz
Liz got
today.
dropped
So,
off. Let's see what
yeah, so make
happens.
sure you guys come back afterwards because her students are going to absolutely
Fuck
wreck
this
the
up.
place.
But she
Yeah.
pays really well. She
Really
leaves
good
a really
money.
good tip. Everyone's trying to be on the schedule when Liz is staying
Exactly.
here.
It's like so much fun. It's like the best time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's way more fun to chase these
Great
reptiles
tips.
across the hall.
Yeah.
Because, yes, Harry, aka Michael York, tells the kids that at Harry's Herb Haven rest, and he says that it's Harry's Herb Haven, restful spa and resort for weary reptiles. It's where your
Of
reptiles can
course.
relax and kick back for a vacation, just like Liz was as he fixed
Yeah.
and improved her habitat. But the kids are like,
It's cute.
okay, what about the freezer room of bodies?
Yeah, still some red flags here,
Frizz,
Mr.
have you gone back to
Harry.
look into what happens here when Liz is here? Have you seen, do you know everything here?
Yeah.
And they explain that, if, well, yeah, duh. To help the reptiles relax and take a little vacay, he puts the reptiles in a cold, dark place that essentially TLDR kickstarts what's called rumination, which is essentially like a
Hmm.
reptile version of hibernation that mammals do.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So it's a natural process that happens in reptiles. It's usually triggered by like changing environmental cues, especially dropping temperature, shorter days. So like dark, like longer periods of darkness,
Hmm.
sometimes like humidity. Basically, it like, yeah, it will trigger this innate reaction that in order to conserve energy during environmental stresses like cold weather, reptiles will start to slow down their bodily functions, essentially being like, oh, I know I'm about to not get the things that I need, like heat, to do my normal bodily functions. So let me hit the brakes on those so I can
Mm,
conserve energy before I can access heat again, for
I
example.
see.
Yes. So yeah, so they're able to slow down their bodily functions, like their metabolic rate and their activity until conditions improve, aka like get warmer. It's sometimes called like suspended animation. So like their
Mm,
heartbeats are super slow. So again, that's why the kids thought they couldn't hear the heartbeat. It was just so
gotcha.
slow and like weak.
And they
They
were impatient.
sometimes, yeah, exactly. They were impatient and freaking the fuck out and also falling asleep
Yes. Yes,
essentially,
true.
because they also, as reptiles, were getting triggered by the dark, cold room because it was like a freezer in there.
Mm,
And so their reptile-ness was also getting triggered.
reptileness.
Ness, if you will. Yes, was getting triggered. So they also weren't able to go warm up under a heat lamp.
Interesting. Wow.
Yes, yeah. So all reptiles do
Wow.
it. And it reacts to other things as well. But a lot of times, your reptile pets will also do this. And
Hmm.
so, if you do own a reptile, you have to be aware of rumination. Talk to your vet about it. That's why you'll see sometimes like people have like their turtles like in their fridges, and that's why is because they're helping them like
I have not
go.
seen that, but
Yes,
okay,
it's a thing. You can like put
interesting.
your turtle in your fridge. You should do it, and the producer actually talks about this at the end, which
Oh, cool.
essentially
Good.
like this
Because
is
I
the
do have more
end.
questions.
Yeah, essentially like this is the end. Frizz is like, yeah, I was actually going to tell you guys that like Liz was on vacation here, like while her habitat got restored, but you guys seem
What
so
stopped
excited
you?
to learn. It
Yeah,
was
I
the
just
if we could only.
exactly
That's
right.
what changed her entire plan.
Right. It's not like they had the entire drive over there where at any
Yeah,
moment Miss Frizzle could have
just
said, it's not
silent.
like she could have unraveled the entire brochure to show what the whole thing was called. She's like, you guys were too
Vacation.
excited. Like, I don't
You
know. Should
said,
I
what
take you?
if? And I said,
Yeah. And I
say
said,
less.
I'll take you there.
I said, you kids about to learn. Get
Yeah.
ready. So, yes, that's the end of the main episode. We have our male
Excellent. Good
producer this
job.
week. Yes, thank you at the
Yes.
end for our, well, actually, slash, this is the Magic School Bus hotline. And yes, the biggest highlight is that, yeah, he's like, don't try and like burmate your reptiles unless you're a trained professional or like have had like
Mm.
sought advice from trained professionals. And he's right. Like you should definitely talk to a professional,
Right.
like
Yeah.
a
Don't just
vet,
buy a lizard to buy one, like, or a reptile. Yeah.
and to
Like,
be like, I'm
do
going to
your
put it in the
research.
fridge. Like that's not what you do. That's just
Yeah.
not what you do. There's a
Yeah.
lot of like triggers and that kind of stuff. But that's also why if you do have a reptile, you have to keep their habitats in like a very specific temperature range because if they get below
Yeah.
that, it could kickstart like their rumination, which sometimes you don't want to do. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's it. That's the end.
Ah, good
We
job.
rescued Liz.
Incredible.
And also that's why Liz was
Incredible.
pissed because she was
She
on
was
vacation
vacationing.
and got ripped
Yeah.
out of it. And we also learned that like little list written in lizard at the beginning was her packing list
Oh,
for her vacay.
adorable. God, I
Yeah.
love Liz too,
I
by the
know
way. She
she's
makes sometimes it's
relax.
hard to like write in the funny stuff that she does
Yes, but
because it's
she's
like
so
so
funny.
small and quick, but she
Yeah.
makes the funniest like facial reactions to the
Yes, she's
things
very
that the students
sassy.
do. She's
Yeah.
so sassy. And then she's in like all of the Ask the Producer segments too, and
Yep.
is always like
Just silly little
creating
things.
chaos and being silly. She's so cute.
Exactly.
Poor Liz. If I were her, I'd be pissed at Miss Frizzle mostly though, because
Yeah,
she's like,
I'd be like, you could have
you
stopped
knew where I
this.
was, and you
Yeah.
still told them to come in here and wake me up and like
Yeah.
steal me out of here.
I put my PTO in. You can't do
Yeah.
this.
You know, maybe Miss Frizzle thought this would be a good way to actually get her out without having to pay. She's like, yeah, I can just shrink us down. But
We'll
then once she
sneak her
got there, she's like,
out.
oh, wait, no, this
Fuck,
won't
I need the
work.
habitat.
Arnold's here. The kids are
Yeah.
too curious and want to know
Also, I
too
do need to
much.
pick that
So,
habitat up from Michael York. He was repairing it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do need to get
All
that
right,
shit.
never mind.
Okay.
We'll Trojan horse it. Here we go.
Yeah, all right. What would you say, Dorothy Ann, Trojan alligator? All right, let's go. Let's
Sure. Yeah,
go.
cool. Let's go
All
for it. I didn't
right.
think that through.
Yeah, all right, kids, do your thing. I'll ride on the back here.
Great
So,
job. Great
thank you.
job.
Can't wait for you to see these
Incredible.
reptile children.
I feel, oh, I can. God. I want to stall anything to keep me from having to watch that
Watch
episode.
them.
But
Yes.
why do I feel like you are someone who's interested in reptiles? Am I making that up about you, or are you like not,
Um,
maybe not like a huge reptile fan, but
well,
I don't know. I feel like it's the bones behind you or something just makes me think that you like that kind of
yes,
stuff.
I do love creepy
The
weird things,
skulls.
which reptiles often
Yes.
are for those watching on YouTube.
Yes.
I have many bones in which we have found in various places behind me.
Yes.
No, I think reptiles are cool as hell. I would never
Hmm.
own a reptile myself, which we're gonna put a short pin in that for a second, but I think they're very
Yeah.
cool. If like I'm at a zoo or something and there is a snake to be held, I am
Yes,
pushing the
the
children
reptile
out of my
house.
way. I'm fucking holding that
Hmm.
python. Like, let me pet it.
Yes, same
It's
seas.
so cool. I will not catch them in the wild though. I don't want to disturb them doing their thing. I don't think we
Hmm.
should be doing that. You don't want to get caught in the wild either. But yes, I think
Yeah.
reptiles are very cool and very fascinating. I think I'm just obsessed with all animals is probably what you're getting at.
That's
But
fair. Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
could also be thinking of, which this is, Alexis, I didn't even think about mentioning this, but this is such a hilarious unintended full circle moment that you just presented to us, which is the fact that
This is why we podcast together. 'Cause, yeah.
this is probably what you're thinking of, perhaps deep in the lore,
Maybe.
the Grace lore. We're unpin that short pin that I will,
Which I
have
am
no
the
interest
author of, the
Yes.
Grace lore. I'm writing.
right now.
Justin and I take turns.
You exchange notes. I've never owned a reptile, but growing up, my brother did. He owned a gecko. And Alexis, what was his name? Austin Powers.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's golden.
Oh,
You know?
his name was Austin Powers. He was like, I think a
Wow.
leopard gecko, maybe. He had like little leopard looking spots. At one point, either my mom or brother dropped something on his tail and like cut his tail, but geckos,
Oh,
some of
no.
them can regrow
They
their
grow
tails.
back.
And so
Yeah.
he grew it, but it grew in like this knobby like nub. And I thought it was so gross. I did not like Austin. I did not like Austin Powers, my brother's gecko. The tail was creepy. So I love reptiles, but not that one. So there you go.
There are 2,000 things that I could say about you, about Grant, about your mother, about that whole story.
But Austin
But it's
Powers.
too perfect So on that note, thank you, Grace.
You're welcome. Thank you for bringing that question up unprompted.
I don't think I did know that story. So,
there you go.
Yeah, but wow, like talk about full frickin' circle.
Yeah,
so
that was really
all
beautiful.
along you've had some connection to Austin Powers and reptiles. So this episode just felt right for you.
I didn't even put it together as I was writing it.
Yeah, but you're like, something about this just
need
is right.
To write it. I like heard the voice and I was like, this is correct. I need to see who this is. It feels even more right now.
Yeah, something about this is it's just making sense.
It just makes sense.
The world, it came together perfectly for this.
Yes, it grew a little brighter that day.
Incredible. Wow. Perhaps this gecko was also from like 1996 or whatever year this show came out. Who knew? I don't know how young you guys were when you had it, but wow.
So yes, incredible.
Well,
what is it called? Kismet? Like what incredible kismet right there between us. Beautiful. On that note, between now and next week, Alexis, who should our listeners and viewers tell about our show?
You should tell a reptologist. Is that what they're called? I'm just assuming that's what they're called.
Herpologist.
Reptologist.
But herp because
herp. That's right.
Yes, but I think also reptologist. But I think herptology is also the working with reptiles and
that's right. That's what you said.
I think both are right. Maybe
tell them. Yes, about this episode.
Okay,
truly the experts. Who should they tell?
After that, I think you should tell the next person you see who. You know how they either like sometimes they're street performers or it's a professional at a zoo who has a python? Or Britney Spears. Tell one of those three categories. Whoever's holding a python you see next, tell them and also send us a pic because I want to see that.
Yes.
Like Burmese python. I think that's the kind Britney Spears had. Yeah. Green tree python, whatever it is. Anyways,
or see the picture of Britney Spears. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We love her. Iconic.
Cool.
So we'll see y'all next week.
Till then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Saturday Morning Mysteries.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, review, leave us a like, and drop a comment. We post episodes every Saturday and bonus tune tangents whenever we feel like it. So please subscribe so you don't miss the shenanigans.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, click the bell under the YouTube subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are posted.
And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, we have no idea what you're listening to us on, so just hit the big subscribe button on whatever app you're using. We believe in you.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at SatmornMist, all the abreves, and let us know if you have any episode or show requests by emailing SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thanks to Jenna Kendall for the logo design and to Ava Sakiki for the music used during this week's episode.
See y'all groovy kids next week on Saturday Morning Mysteries.